Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We're joined by Nakami and we're watching the Summer Game Fest. Yay!
Yeah.
And as of the recording of this video, it's actually my 7-year stream anniversary. Even more yay! And that was just before I hit record, I was called an old school streamer.
Hey, I said it about myself too.
I'll let you off on that one then. Yeah. Only because you're a cool person.
Thanks.
What can I say? I'm mostly harmless.
Mostly. That's the optimal word.
Anyway, before the show begins, and I like to ask this on every like Nintendo Direct and such, but what's everyone's unrealistic wish from Summer Game Fest? I'll let you start, Nakami.
Man. I don't even know anymore. I mean, with the crazy Unreal tech I saw the other day.
Okay, let's narrow that down a little bit. Something that doesn't involve replacing VTubers with Unreal.
I mean, that wasn't the only thing. They showed off a lot of tech.
Well, mine's the simple turn to answer. Knights Free or Knights Remake? It's been 20 years, Sega. Come on. That is one hill I'm gonna die on. We need a new Knights.
I would like to see some more stuff from Atlas. I don't know what's next.
But Atlas do have a very good track record of getting stuff put out.
Yes, they like to keep it secret until like right before. So.
True.
Who knows?
Also, I think I mentioned this during the State of Play, but I quite like how I've done all my overlay stuff, like for most of the specific shows. Like this, like the one I'm using now, I'm just gonna have this one sharing between the Summer Game Fest and Day of Dev, since they're basically intertwined more or less. Yeah.
I mean, they've always been a bit intertwined. Oh, here we go. Viewer discretion is advised.
Infant mature. Infant mature. Hide if you can't see 17+ stuff.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Clap.
I'd whistle, but
I love the energy.
You whistled?
Hello, everybody, and welcome
I
to
would.
Summer Game Fest, a showcase to
Look at this! Look at his shoes! He's got that drip going on.
Now, every year we have the distinct
I
honor
didn't get a
of
good
coming
look.
together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us.
It's a nice suit,
and
though.
giving us your time. And
Yeah, but the shoes don't match it, given that it's a completely different color.
A date and he hopes I don't disappoint him.
I
Dante, we're gonna do
mean,
our best to make it worth your
I mean,
while. We
it's
have a
Jeff.
really
You
fun
get away
show.
with it,
Over
totally.
the next 2 hours,
But still, you gotta get a dress code and all.
Dozens of games from studios big and small.
I can't see them
Lego
clearly
bricks,
enough to tell
puppets,
what they actually
zombies
look
to
like.
Marvel heroes. This show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some
When do we get to the world premiere?
into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly
I see
at
Peaks
number
Edition
one with over
33.
13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at SemiWork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations
For sales to
stand
see
side by
Enzia.
side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely.
Don't
Now,
forget
let's
Peaks
also
Edition
applaud
33.
Rare Obscure from Sandfall.
True.
Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest.
I mean, with the amount of love it's had, it's. I'm gonna predict that it's gonna have about as many nominations as Astrobot.
One thing is clear. With digital distribution and
I want to
engines
play
like
it,
Unreal,
but
today's most
no money,
innovative
so.
projects
Astrobot or Expedition?
Expedition 33.
That's something to celebrate. But
I mean, if your PC can handle it, it's on Game Pass.
Games released on Steam just last year, more than double.
Unfortunately, I can't do Game Pass anymore.
Oh.
Discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer
They
Game Fest,
upped the cost, and then I couldn't afford it anymore.
like the Steam
Ouch.
X Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audience. And hopefully, if you're watching,
I think I was
this
originally
show,
paying
you
like
discover your next
15,
favorite game.
then they made it 20,
So,
and then
in
it's
that
like
spirit,
25,
let's
and
kick things
at that
off with a
point,
game from
Oof.
I couldn't
Studio.
afford it
I
anymore.
was thinking very big.
$25 bucks?
2017, 4 developers broke
Yeah.
away from AAA publishers to
This
chart their
this
own
is
course.
PC Game Pass, right? Or Ultimate?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
and what you're about to see
I
is
didn't
a
have the
powerful
base
testament to what passion,
version
freedom,
because
and a small,
when I
dedicated
got
team
in,
can achieve.
like,
Let's
they had a
take look
deal,
at our
but it was
first
on
new
the
game
Ultimate
announcement.
version, and I couldn't, like, go back. They didn't give me an option, so.
Right. Now let me turn it down a little bit. Yeah. I was gonna say you could look at the Wait, the hell's this? Yeah, I was gonna say like since you only have PC, you only really needed an PC Game Pass. But if it's become a complete mess for you, then I understand if you're unable to get it.
Yeah. Also, it sure looks like they want to be Dark Souls.
To be fair though, when isn't there a Dark Souls wannabe?
With shotguns. Actually, a couple of guns.
As well as a little bit of Monster Hunter there with the hammer.
I know they're going for like a monster aesthetic, but I would like a little more customization in my character. I mean, he gets close, but I don't really care about guys close. Oh, Mortal Shell. Okay.
Okay. No idea. No idea.
I think I played the
Now,
demo a
look,
little
we
bit.
got lots more to come, but right now, the end, the
Very
Nexus
Dark
War,
Souls-ish.
Galactus fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live
Because
in-game
of course he
events.
has to
And
talk about
tomorrow,
Fortnite.
Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island. But there's still hope.
To be fair though, I will be streaming this tomorrow, like
Here's the first
in
exclusive
between
look
two of the
at part of
events.
tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star sabotage.
Actually, I'm gonna say this now. I feel awfully sorry for the event that's going on at the same time. Because people would have to choose between that or this.
I mean, I don't play Fortnite, so the answer is easy for me.
I mean, from the get-go, I planned on doing most of the shows, but skipping out on a few, just for the sake of my energy, really, and the chaos that is getting everything up on YouTube as well.
It is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored.
I think that was the next 10 minutes committed to Hideo Kojima.
Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Because of course.
I mean, we gotta have the segment where we're talking about Hideo Kojima for like 10 minutes. Wouldn't be a Jeff Keighley show otherwise.
The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great
Ironically,
to have you here. We are so excited for DS2.
I've like barely ever
let me ask
played
you, Mr.
any of
Kojima,
his games.
You've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope
Same.
players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったので、
Well, we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、まあ、コロナを体験したと思うので、
Everyone
その
experienced
コ
the
ロナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new,
ながら、まあ、
connection
考えていただきたいと
after we
思います。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's
Oh,
coming out later
good.
this
I
month.
wanna
but
be
right now,
reminded
I know
about
you prepared
COVID.
a special exclusive clip for SGF.
Wait,
Let's take a look at
Ligma.
this.
Ligma. YouTube.
あの
I didn't mean it.
Wow.
I forget you have to code things for YouTube.
Yeah, to be fair, YouTube's hit and miss with that thing anyway. I think it's only really when it's like,
hopefully they didn't notice.
yeah, if it's like the absolute main focus of the video, then they would slap it.
Have a seat. Over here, please.
He's very particular. Not that seat. This seat.
Not that seat, but that same seat, but upside down.
No
Also,
smoking,
who
please.
just randomly starts smoking in someone's office?
So you are Neil Varner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? For living?
I'm a porter.
You know, we both know this is gonna be chock full of like celebrity cameos that Kojima has personal favors with.
Neil.
Yeah. Also, very curious, he says he's a porter, and then the subtitles say reporter.
Oh, I
Which
don't.
is it?
Then.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure, I guess it is the porter because I believe that's like
I really don't remember.
your main thing in like the original game where you're taking stuff across the US or something
Yeah.
like that.
It felt very apt when I first heard it. Then I saw the subtitles. Also, why do they have weird scars?
The car.
I mean, it could be like a Mortal Kombat movie situation with that emblem tattooed on like people's arms and such magically.
And now it looks like their subtitles just broke. Oh, maybe that's just a YouTube thing, and YouTube's subtitles broke.
The power of YouTube's live captioning
Well, that
thing.
was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more
Like,
about this
yeah,
I
character
learned
and the characters
nothing
in the
about
Overwatch.
them.
まあ DS で非常に重要な
In DS2.
You have learned something.
Important character.
Two celebrities that Kojima's gotten into this.
I can't really say because it'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands.
深いつながりが
Cancer
So they
mark?
have
これ
this
が物語に
deep
大きく
connection
関わって
Is that
and revealed
supposed to be
throughout the
As in, like, the star
a
sign?
disease
Last time on DS1,
or
we have
the
Cliff,
astrological
played by Max.
sign or
And of course,
what are we talking about here?
he will not.
Context, Kojima! Context!
But this time, Neo will be like playing like the role that Max did.
Hi, Mimi.
For DS2
で
this
まあ
time.
クリフすごい人気あったので
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超え
character,
るようなキャラクタ
but
ー
I
を作ろ
think
うとしてまあルカ
we
さんに
have
お
to
願い
kind of
して
like top that
結構いい
character.
キャラクタ
So
ー
Luca
だなと思い
Marinetti
ます
Also,
was a great
Kojima,
actor, and I
Could
think
you stop being
it
a
was great. He
misogynist
did a
and
great
actually allow us
performance, so
to
I
play
think
as a
you will
woman?
like this new character, Neo.
I
too.
know you like story-based games,
Well, the game's
but
going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought to you.
also, hi
But there
Mimi.
is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say,
Obviously,
this is not
Troy
the last
Baker's
that
gonna
you've
be in
seen
it.
of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
ニールのゲームプレイシーンっていうの
Yes.
を
Tries and
Also, the
everything.
gameplay scene
見
of
に
Neo.
来てください
Yep,
So hopefully
pretty
you
much.
will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Okay, person I don't know. I'm sure she's
Thanks,
great
Jeff,
though.
and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here. this
Yeah,
year.
I can say the
Thank
same,
you for
really.
having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war,
I mean, that's very true.
but war found me.
I mean, it was making me think of Kingdom Come, but I don't think this is that.
I became like them. I
The
took up
engine looks very
sword,
similar.
prayed I could win redemption through my deeds.
But then again, that's probably like a detail I missed, like a dev name mention of something.
Only one ending.
That and the fact that Kingdom Come, KCD2 did just drop its first DLC, so it's probably going to be a while until they show anything else off from that. Oh, actually, is this chivalry? Like the sword, the sword fighting PvP?
But that's just
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
go right
Gameplay
your own.
captured on PC though. Chronicles Medieval. Okay.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow.
I mean, we've
Sonic
not
Racing Crossworlds is a
we've not
thrilling
seen
new
much of
adventure
that,
in
so
the racing action games within the Sonic franchise.
yeah.
Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
We already know this. It got massively leaked. I just rather not mention it here, like specifically.
because Sega wants to compete with Mario Kart.
Oh no, as in like it was leaked. It was leaked whatever collab is happening here.
I mean, it's always leaked, but I meant more the game in general. That,
Hatsune Miku? Okay, this I didn't expect. I can make the snap cube joke now. I can't see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku? Is that you?
I'm not really surprised by either of these so much. I mean, they're all connected to Sega.
Oh no, these weren't the leaks that these weren't the ones that were mentioned in that leak.
I mean, I'm just saying, without any foreknowledge, that nothing I saw was unexpected. I mean,
Coming in September,
Hatsumi,
but that is
maybe
not
a little bit,
all.
but
We'd like to introduce the man
not too
behind
much.
the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring.
Oh, okay. The
You can warp
drop I
in
mentioned
space.
earlier, it's for Soul Frame.
Unlike another
Okay.
racing game, this game will
Okay.
have online cross-platform matchmaking. So you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly,
I guess if the
I have
mechanics
one
are
more
good,
thing
you might
I'd
actually
like to
compete
show
with Mario
everyone
Kart.
here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
Chicken Jockey! You know, that's the one time I think I'll ever make that joke.
You gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story.
I mean, it's
that
always a
eclipses
dark
time.
fantasy world. A very disgusting dark fantasy world.
I mean, they do have. Oh no! I was thinking. I was thinking of another developer.
Ew. Ew.
For others,
You think she's got any bright ideas?
it wounds.
Ew.
And for our world,
I do not apologize for that horrible pun.
our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this.
I'm not really a fan of
Time we're
people with
awakened to
holes in
reveal it.
them with glowing heart-like gems.
You undo the sins of ruin.
I mean, I want to make I want to make a Mortal Kombat joke here.
Or maybe the next.
Because this is just making me think of that one fatality from MKX, where the heart's just like dangling out of your chest.
I'm not really seeing anything special here.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a new code vein.
Oh, that explains
Okay.
that explains everything then. It's the anime Dark Souls. I'm guessing this might. I'm guessing that might be the that control co-op shooter, whatever it is. Given that it did say Epic Publishing, and that's the big game they've got coming out right now. Oh no, it's
No thanks.
oh
No
okay.
thanks.
Never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, this would give me nightmares.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to
nightmare fuel.
see a bit more of this.
Very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year. Here's a
Oh,
quick new look
yeah,
at the game.
I know this one. It looks cool. It looks cool.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mousburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will,
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
and those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy.
Few more try.
Go.
Oh my god, I realized that's a Pepper Jack pun.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all
See,
from PlaySide.
even
Now comes the
Jeff has
announcement of
noticed.
another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their
You know,
recent
Troy
launch
Baker has
of
got to have some mad,
but this takes things to a whole new level.
mad royalties,
Real-time strategy game built for
royalty
PC
checks come in.
based on one of the
I
most
would hope so.
iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Game of Thrones? Yep, it is. It is.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this is not the game you know.
I mean, I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I know my sister's a big fan of it. Like my elder sister's like a big fan.
I watched the first episode, and I'm like, nope. The only character I cared about died in the first episode.
Ouch.
Is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies.
Well, that decided who won and who died.
Molly certainly even seems dead. A little less now.
A little less now, but seemingly a thrall.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
That's a mouthful at
What type
once.
of RPG do you mean?
The great Silkovsky once said,
Oh, is this,
"Count a million suns in the known universe."
I'm totally
So why do
blanking
we
on.
not
Oh,
other
geez, that is
intelligent
disgusting.
beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
3D printed flesh?
This has to be a sequel to that
My answer
Russian
is,
game with the
maybe
ballerinas,
They will visit us, but time has not come yet for this.
which I'm totally blanking on the name of.
I mean, the aesthetic's similar, but I don't believe it is.
The dog.
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
no,
you're right,
no.
you're right. No, you called it. You called it,
On
and
the cart, that's it.
you called it, and I picked up the phone. Actually, I got a funny story related to the original Atomic Heart. So my video's gonna get muted then. Thank you, Queen. Anyway, I was saying though, like when Atomic Heart was coming out, obviously I'm part of the Deep Silver Creator Program, and around that time I was being sent the Dead Island 2 Game Informer magazine, like the special variant that was like signed by the dev team and all that. The diary's even in gold and all that. But yeah, like around the same time I was expecting to get that in the mail. I actually got like a box of like this pretty big box that was full of like the postcards you get for pre-ordering Atomic Heart, I believe through oh my god, the name of this place, is it the publisher's like store, or is it developers? But either way, like the actual like storefront set up by the publisher. Yeah. When it was actually supposed to be sent to somebody at the publisher in Denmark. I believe that publisher's Danish anyway. Like I'm told, like I might be wrong, but I might be wrong on some of those details, but yeah.
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or
Hang on,
not,
is it-
not all.
Wait, is that self-published?
Maybe?
Oh my god, good on them!
Is it recording?
Oh my god, good on them!
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself.
I was gonna say, Star Trek reference? I've never watched Star Trek.
When it showed up, I was in the lab.
Pretty
I
close.
didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though.
I'm looking at the name of the publisher. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't figure it out. Focus Entertainment. There we go. There we
The
go.
whole of humanity miss it. And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear but revealed itself?
Like,
What if it
yeah.
was
After that
always
entire ordeal, I did go ahead and check.
see
I
it?
did actually go ahead and like checked out the game on stream since it was on Game Pass. Mind you, they didn't ask me to like send it back or have it sent forward to where it's supposed to go. But yeah, overall it's just like a really funny little situation.
I do like the look of that weapon customization.
Oh, Focus is French. I thought they were Danish.
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic universe on a massive levitating cube you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving. All right, let's jump.
I do want to see more of that, though. I didn't see too much of it because this whole thing with trying to remember the name of the publisher was like driving me nuts.
Fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
Unfortunately, I think the hype for this got overshadowed by itself, i.e. that Marvel fighting game.
I mean, so far I prefer the Marvel fighting game we saw the other day. I don't really need a beat 'em up. I only really want to play those with friends, and getting people to play this too hard.
I mean, I'm a friend. We just gotta find out if this is gonna be cross-platform, though.
I think they said it was, but I don't know. I tried to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that they came out with, and no one ever wanted to play it. So
fair enough.
You don't have a chance.
Okay, I believe this was one of Capcom's older IPs that they already announced they were getting. It was getting a new game, but I cannot not remember the name of it though.
I know the name
That
I want
was
to
charming.
say is probably not correct.
Hey, say it out loud. This is a judgment-free zone.
Why is the swordsman always Musashi?
Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki Ganyu.
Okay, this is Onimusha.
Oh, there.
It was the one I thought the other one was.
Oh, there we go. I mean, like I said, just say out loud. This is a judgment-free zone.
She's pretty.
Yes, she is.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer.
I don't actually think I
Gamescom.
watched the Game
Now
Awards
let's
last year.
completely switch gears. You guys all know
I was a bit
love my
distracted at the
puppets.
time.
And this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years. As a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5.
I mean,
to create an insane
in November, I'm gonna well,
pipeline. It's
well,
actually a thing.
I mean, if you plan watching it this year, we'll have to set this up again for it.
Here is an unexpected
Here they want
new game
to show the
announcement.
VTuber
It
tech.
combines comedic storytelling and
I think.
arcade fighting action.
Maybe?
Check this out.
Or not. He was talking about... Okay. I may have misunderstood it. I totally went a different way when he talked about puppets.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got.
I immediately want this.
If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform. Why are you even here?
But this looks way too good to be a game. Like way too detailed. But then again, it might be like a trailer made using actual puppets.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, grab burnt toast, carb load.
Oh no, this actually is gameplay? No way. How is it that we haven't got a new Punch-Out? makes even less sense given Nintendo has been giving Punch-Out series a little love recently with over the years of Smash Bros.
The announcement of a brand new game in Deception.
Who knows?
We trust.
Who knows?
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost.
Also, why is he not screaming out world premiere?
The chosen find their way
I liked her
here,
outfit.
gathered from
Yes.
every corner of the earth, divided yet bound, wolves and lambs, engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point.
I like theatrics. Give us the theatrics.
Mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and armor. Steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps. Discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember. Deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death.
I mean,
awaits.
This feels a little done to me.
To be fair though, we had quite a few like deception-based games over the years thanks to Among Us.
Yeah.
All right, it's hard to believe this
I mean,
next game was first
Fortnite did it.
in 2021. I know it's been a while. Their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Ark Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding.
Isn't this that
World of
extraction
Friends
shooter?
and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios,
I
here's the
assume
world
everything
premiere
is
of
an
the release date
extraction
trailer
shooter
for Ark
unless
Raiders.
told otherwise.
Because everybody wants to do one.
Pretty much.
I mean, you can put faith in that. Indies generally won't try it.
You never know.
Let your body settle into a slower rhythm.
I mean, I'm only saying that because the live service format is already a humongous risk when you're a AAA developer.
Though, with the character we're shown being both black and a woman, I have a feeling everyone on the conservative spectrum is gonna start screaming about woke games.
That is just excuse me. Excuse me. I ate earlier, so. Honestly, it's fair. Big mood. Like, it's funny how people will just ignore the absolute gross monetization being like the main reason for a game's downfall. Like, oh no, it's not the fact that we're a game that's been in development for like a decade and chasing a trend started by Overwatch 10 years ago.
That's right, everyone. Ark Raiders is coming.
I mean,
October 30th,
woke isn't even a
2025 for
thing
PC
as they
and
describe it.
console.
So.
Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto
just
the
them
world
hating
of
on
this
something.
yourself.
Hey, there you go. Dune. I know you're interested in that, I believe.
It arrives on PC
I
in just a
did
few days on June 10th.
play the
but you
character
can play it
creator,
right
if you
now
can call
in
it,
Steam Advanced
playing.
Access. Here is a brand new look.
I haven't got to play it yet, though.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know that you were
I've
talking.
heard a good bit about it.
I know that you were talking about it during one of the Xbox showcases that added Dune stuff to Flight Sim. So, yeah. Actually, I believe that was like 2 years ago.
It was a while ago.
Then again, I can easily look back up which one it was. I upload all these.
I mean, I do too.
Well, unless it's like extremely mid, like the state of play a few months ago, where there was nothing exciting.
I do like how you get to build a base, though. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it does look nice. I'm just hoping that a console release is on the cards for this eventually. Or the usual reason. We don't all have a powerful PC. Well, or one that's considered powerful in 2025.
I mean, I don't own any consoles, so... So these days, my PC is becoming very out of date.
Yeah, I know that struggled way too much. I mean, you got to hear some of that, well, firsthand the other day with the audio freaking out.
They make it look so much better than it probably actually plays.
I mean, I've not seen any like hands-on impressions like in this early access phase at the moment, so I don't know how the launch is going so far.
Try as I might to further advance. 'Twas all for naught.
Oh, I believe this is that.
Hunter, like?
I believe this might be that like Soul Frame game I mentioned having drops for earlier.
Wield the power of gods, huh?
Time stops for no one.
What godly powers do we get?
Neither man nor god, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand. Return to the past, where your journey
Oh!
awaits.
No, it's not.
Playtest on Steam.
Every hero's tale begins with trial.
Okay, this has got to be a mobile game.
The true lead of the story has yet to emerge.
I mean, I was gonna say Zenless just dropped on Xbox, so this might be just saying that.
Get my cause.
What is more
Nope.
to you,
It's
Justice.
Yeah, it's it is.
Filling that dark tower with light.
Oh, where were?
yeah. That's what I was trying to think of.
So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness.
I got
worship
too burnt out
strength,
on
and
that.
crave glory.
It looks cool,
I
but
never doubted that you'd end up here.
I was doing the same thing every day. It was very repetitive at that point.
End for Septimont this time.
Yeah. Then again, now I've mostly dropped gacha games. Honestly.
A rat.
I'll play them for like a month or, well, I am still playing,
Tiny nuisance.
my brain. The one with all the clothes.
Infinity Nikki?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, as I was saying,
That's just because I like to play with clothes.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, I mostly dropped the gacha games because I just wasn't seeing much viewership on those on my streams. So,
Stunning new Metroidvania
yeah.
platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand.
You have me at stop motion.
And I'm honored to show it to you today.
You have me at stop motion.
Kind of freaky when they don't have mouths, though.
I have no mouth, but I must scream. God damn, this looks nice.
Very side-scrolly, though. Which, I am not a side-scroller.
Oh, right. Out of words.
What a really unique and different game.
Sure.
This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
I do like me some mobsters. As long as I get to shoot them.
I mean, given that these are all 18 plus games, I'm pretty sure you will be able to shoot up some mobsters.
I work here. My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and needs to,
teach them a lesson.
Yes, teach them a lesson.
Remind
That's how you word that.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything. If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business. Miss Family, loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
I kind of think that's a lie in this game. I don't think you get to choose who you are.
Bruh.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
I do like the aesthetic.
I mean, it is Lego.
It's all smooth Lego.
Look at all that ray tracing.
Wait, are you just playing as 2 blocks? Two blocks with a single eye between the two.
You know, I've got the feeling that something is off. Right. I didn't hit record. What I thought was the record button was the clip button. At least I can resolve that easily. Because the VOD will still be up.
Summer Game Fest. I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitudes.
This has to be the new SpongeBob THQ game.
Wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I'm thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before.
Oh, wait a second.
I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yeah!
I'm sorry, Nicktoons D&D?
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to...
Okay, first things first, oh. I thought it would be like a Nicktoons version of Baldur's Gate. Oh, Game Mill.
That would have probably been more fun.
Oh, Game Mill. We're for a bad time then.
From Disease and Puppet Frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P that transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
Jeff, stop being around the bush and say world premiere. I need an excuse to just go nuts with the words.
I mean, I think it was last year I kept voicing it.
We both kind of did it, because that's just become one of my things here, really. I somehow sound like a horse when I say it. You know, for a Souls clone, at least this one's doing something different. Difficulty options.
That's probably good. I would need to put it pretty low.
Ow! Stealth drop.
Yes, that's right. Overture
You
is
gotta
available
like the one
today
guy that goes,
across all
wow.
platforms to play. So enjoy it this weekend. All right. Next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest.
That sounds very disturbing.
It had me thinking that they were doing a Doki Doki 2. Hey, at least I get to hear you become terrified again.
Why was there blood dripping from her eye?
There we go, it's always starting!
Oh, great. Yeah. Is that how you dice something?
Plates of her legs.
No, no plates of legs. No.
Plates of flowers. Plates. The garden is lush and green. Dinner's ready.
Are we entering the upside down?
Wait, didn't that Silent Hill game like heavily feature flowers too?
And I will bloom.
I'm still disturbed.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
I'm sorry, that sounded like two different Blade and Soul games just got shown off.
Yep. I played some Blade and Soul. A little bit. Just a little.
Well, that's not gonna get confusing when you've just put one out and then announced another one. Well, showing off another one at the same time, basically. Is Purple like its own like distribution platform or something?
Maybe. Well, he doesn't look friendly.
Just poke him in the eye. He's only got one.
I mean, he's got a second one, it's just in his chest.
Yeah, but it's not practical having an eye in a completely different part of your body now. I was One Punch Man. What?
Oh. Okay, so the anime is sparking a game now.
I mean, I'm surprised it didn't already get a game, or did it already have one beforehand? I don't know.
I don't know. It's had several anime seasons and a couple of movies.
Wow. I mean, Spy Family had a game come out soon, and that was only just after season 2. Or was it season 1? Season 1, part 1? Or was it like part 2 or something? I don't know.
I never got past season 1 of the anime myself, but oh, here's some Siri. Oh, well, nope. Barry moved on. Jeez.
5.6 is available today. This is a technology.
No, we get to see the Unreal stuff, aren't we?
Now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
You're seeing me live in real time.
That is so fucking creepy.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongil Star Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that last part.
Yeah, watch that game be the first gacha game to have no players then.
We find a way. We altered the course of nature.
Jeff Goldblum.
Well, you knew there had to be a Jurassic Park game.
Continents. Now it is up to us.
I mean, there's a new movie.
To nurture what we have set free.
Obviously, that means new game to tie in.
Within.
I'm surprised you immediately picked up as Jurassic Park. I mean, I picked up as that because of Jeff Goldblum.
Well,
you can't combine dinosaurs and Jeff Goldblum and not have Jurassic Park. That's like illegal.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, technically it's Jurassic World, but...
I mean, true, but most people just call the overall franchise Jurassic Park anyway.
Yes. What is this, the third one now?
Just a few days from my birthday. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Celia from
Hi.
Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to
you
share
did have
a
to
world
mention
premiere look
Shovel
at our
Knight
next
before I
IP, Mina the
figured out
Follower.
what the company made.
Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming.
I mean, there is a reason why Shovel Knight has became the first non-Nintendo
A
amiibo.
decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
It looks like an original color Nintendo Game Boy system game.
I mean, it's funny that we've gone from the NES to the Game Boy Color. Well, I want to say Game Boy Color, since that has its own like vibe to it, you know.
I mean, I think I called it the Game Boy Color.
Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done. Yeah. Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well, let me see what this says.
Plot twist that says just coming to Smash.
Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things. Number one, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And three, you're going to do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, Wade.
Wait, Deadpool?
All right, let's take a look.
Yep.
I want to say Deadpool VR.
Hell yeah.
It's the little VR.
Crafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend.
I'm hoping this will be on the Quest 2 because I do not want to be left out.
Burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder.
I still don't have VR, so.
You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time.
That's kind of on point.
What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? all your dreams of being inside me come true in VR.
I mean, I don't think this is what people meant when they say they want to be inside Deadpool.
I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna be left out then.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light the Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
Looks very dead.
I mean, it is a zombie game.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats.
No thanks.
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
And the thing is, if I remember right, this is like our guy here got bit and has like similar abilities to like the infected without actually being like I want to say bloodthirsty like the infected.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me. All the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Damn. Hey, wait a minute. That's a... Is it the Dying Light 2 on... Oh, dear.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence. The bonds.
Well, they might have.
Growing up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something for the people who have the Xbox One and the PS4. Then, given that was meant to be DLC for Dying Light 2.
I remember mixtape.
And I think my audio freaked out. Yep, my audio's freaking out. Give me a moment.
You like the aesthetic.
What are we doing?
I should be good now.
I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Not the VHS tapes!
Mom, who is it? One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
I mean...
This year, experience a retrospective.
You can't really stream it with all those bands.
Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage rock.
And the thing is,
play it, but I can't.
Like they'll probably have a license, like a streamer mode thing that, but most time the streamer mode is just like remove the music rather than have an actual like soundtrack like made for it.
Yeah.
Also,
So
I'm
it just becomes very silent.
yeah. Yeah, I was like a few seconds behind, so I basically had to like stop and resume to catch up.
Your destinies are sealed.
But yeah, that mixtape game, yeah, like, yeah, I don't know if you'd actually be able to stream that unless they actually have like their own in-house soundtrack to go with it for people who want to stream it.
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power.
Oh, of course there's cards. Everything has to have cards anymore.
Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await. We fight for a future filled with hope.
Okay, I like the massive bells that she's using as hair clips.
Toa and the guardians of the sacred tree.
I don't know, I just find it adorable.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa.
I mean, it's definitely a thing.
Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawn
Yeah.
from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
Okay.
They left me with nothing. No justice, no peace. Just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Oh, so is this like Sifu?
But with a lot more weight to your combat. If that makes sense to you anyway.
Maybe. I don't think throwing a shotgun at someone's head is the best use of a shotgun.
I mean, if they're alive, then it has to be a legitimate use case.
I mean, usually holding it and using it as a club is at least a little bit.
What these solo devs could do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the
Wait, that was a solo dev?
Tribute games. The makers
Yeah,
of TMNT,
well,
Shredder's Revenge, and
small
Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier.
10-person group.
If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Oh, I thought it was like solo dev isn't like done by a single person.
Yeah, not that solo. The vegans?
I think that was meant to the vegans.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, hang on,
It was
Scott
worded.
Pilgrim?
Yep, yep.
One of my best friends is screaming right now then.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure.
One other
The story
person in
written
the
by
crowd
Scott
from
Pilgrim
Toronto.
creator Brian Lee O'Malley.
Maybe it's the same guy from earlier.
First, we have a very special message from
Pretty sure that was a woman.
TGA winner in
I mean, this one,
2021 for
not the other one.
performance in Resident Evil
Okay.
Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty?
No, thank you.
Oh yeah, $20 for this as well as 7 complete.
Plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this
Like combined.
and make your decision wisely.
Now they're just advertising sales. Of course, they have to show her zipping up the booba. You know, they don't show the guy, like, pulling his pants on.
Bear me for a second. It's free again.
Much. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah. PC was freaking out again, and I couldn't hear anything.
Humankind has been obsessed
Ugh.
with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned. On something
Okay, what is this?
harder. Scum.
Still have no clue.
I'm not
Oh!
sure I even want to know.
No, I don't want to know either.
Your hard just got harder.
Oh, it's Io.
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
Oh, by the way, do you plan to stream the Io event later?
At first, I thought it was
No, it's,
synapses in my head.
no, a bit too late in the day for me, honestly. Yeah.
I get that. It's 9 o'clock at night for me.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been very...
Plus, I've just gotten far too useful to well, my usual schedule now, so I don't really do that with the Game Awards.
Maybe this is the real me. Diaz, you were a good soldier. I don't want any part of your future. It's activating.
Well, that's a little bit freaky. And of course, there's deluxe only weapons and
Okay. The game now has my attention.
CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rocks.
Yep. The game now has my attention. It seriously took Agent 47 to do that.
I mean, they're literally having an event later.
This week we finally revealed
they
007
really
First
need
Light
to
to the world.
come here?
And your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026. but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld.
I'd be very interested.
Poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients
I'd be a lot more interested if it was like Amanda Dark.
These people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Damn.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Because of course. I mean, Hajima's here. Why would he not come?
Pulling all strings here.
Joining us, so thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoes of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
I mean, I don't know. I've never watched 007.
So
I've
this
never
mission is set
watched
in a
Casino
casino in
Royale,
Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to.
I mean, they have completely different skill, like completely different like
Yes, it is not just about the shot; it's about
equipment.
the around the table this time.
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before
I
you
mean,
read him. So
Silent Assassin suit only would be so much easier if Agent 47 had laser watch. Just saying.
Unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow. All right. Well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
Damn.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you'll unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having
you so
us.
much.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
At least for me, a few hours is like tomorrow.
Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't
I mean, it's not Saturday night yet. Anywhere.
It's an action-packed contest to collect
No.
the most golden
It's Saturday some places.
Yes. In fact, I'm just about to be from the future. Hi. Well, hello there.
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
So a lot of different mechanics to remember.
I mean, it's a party game. Like with all the mini games, there's so many different mechanics to work with it there.
Those were literally just on screen, chat.
Wow! We've got all that and more in Lego Party! Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
Had to have the chicken jokes, obviously.
All right, next a new look at a
wrong
new
with chicken jokes?
Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
I mean, I like space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
That seems very
To reveal to
complicated.
you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the
Yay,
Devs after
friends!
the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world,
Well, that sounds great.
how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals. The dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see.
I mean, it's very Hades-like.
I just don't see myself playing it.
Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia.
I did get
They
the
partnered with the new
impression it was all
Mudfish
those
Powerhouse
things.
label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Ew.
You? Very ew.
They're all
Even more
naked. They're all naked.
Stop walking backwards.
That is sick. That is sick as hell.
Okay, the suit, amazing, but... Oh no, 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 no.
We got big head mode. Oh!
Oh, hell no.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of
People are just gonna stop making that South Park joke.
Beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million
I played
players in
Mecha
total.
Break.
In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and
It was
ground
kind of
combat.
fun.
As a top wish
I
listed
wouldn't
game, players
play it
are clamoring
regularly
to
enough,
just one
but-
thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Come on, say world premiere already!
To advance its Project Enterprise.
I do like that mech.
To be fair though, mechs always look cool anyway.
I mean, I like the one with the big guns, and it just... Gatlings everything.
Do you realize how little that narrows it down? Most mechs have a Gatling gun.
I mean, in this game, not so much. There's very distinctive types.
There's your... Oh, hang on, that didn't say PlayStation?
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized...
It didn't say PlayStation for a change.
Local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by
I'm surprised.
a person studio. This is Infinitesimals.
Infinitesimals.
Mechanical is approaching.
Looks kind of pretty.
Giant any crab!
We must now face a...
I mean, he looks like a bug.
I mean, his pincers look too much like crab claws.
There's no more.
This is giving me so many
Grounded by... Jinx! Touch wood!
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
I mean, the music's giving me Avatar vibes. And not of the Airbender kind either.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please.
Knights? Fuck Fuck you! I wanted knights!
Oh boy. Did we need more Resident Evil?
I mean, they did announce Resident Evil 9.
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。
I remember when my cousin got the original Resident Evil
I
PlayStation.
I mean, if you want to feel old, I'm turning 30 next year.
I need a glass of wine too. All right.
Oh, don't even talk to me.
For that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time
You walked into that one. You walked into that one.
No. I mean,
now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
You do know it's my birthday, right? I did mention that, right?
Yeah.
I'll pass you some sort of secret info.
I mean, this will be on YouTube, so it won't be so secret anymore.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it out loud.
I want to say this is a final, but not Final Fight. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the name. It's off the top of my head, but I just cannot seem to get it.
I don't even know what I'm watching. Except a lot of guys.
I was gonna say Final Fight, but then it mentioned Street Fighter 2, so.
Oh, that's supposed to be Street Fighter 6. Okay.
Yeah, because the Switch 2 just came out.
Swag time, baby.
I have no clue. I genuinely have no clue.
It looks like it's gonna be another hero shooter. I mean, why don't they just make this in Fortnite?
I
mean,
have...
the graphics even look like Fortnite. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this.
Adios.
I mean, it reminds me of this one spy-themed extraction shooter I really didn't like.
Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Because I'm not interested in Souls-like. I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Sure, I'll watch it. Even though I never play Souls-likes.
Fate is all set in stone.
At least, not seriously.
How it ends.
I do like that you can actually be a woman, apparently, in this one. That's a plus.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Oh, this is the one with the feather. I remember the feather one. Okay. Also, those outfits. Especially the ones on the right. I'm totally here for this.
People's dreams get snatched up by find Rizzo, find Master, find Jizzle, find Method, find Rico, you find Kevin, find Ghostface Killer.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
I do not know where the Wu-Tang Clan is.
Okay. What was the last game that was shown off?
Wu-Tang.
Oh, okay. Okay. And was there anything else after that Souls-like game, or was that the only thing I missed?
Space Killer is calling on
you
you
missed
to rescue
Wu-Tang.
his Wu brothers.
Okay.
Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player
Is that
housing
trying to
and
say
is free to
53
play.
members is
This weekend,
small
to
now?
celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double
I
XP
mean-
all weekend long.
There was the fact. There's this. I'm sorry. There is that entire thing with Expedition 33, and that was done with like what 50 yeah, by a 50-person team.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability.
I mean, it used to be 50 was normal.
Yeah.
My story is yours.
Never got into Guild Wars.
I don't even know what that was. Was that advertising like a new expansion, something, or was just saying double XP?
No, thank you. No, thank you with the mushrooms.
Doubly for me.
Uh,
I hate
Cute
mushrooms.
girls, yeah. Mushrooms, no.
I was gonna say, what you got against cat girls? You're talking to one.
I mean, I said cat girls, yes.
Okay. I clearly misheard you then.
I haven't even opened the Epic Store in ages. Are they trying to tempt me to open the Epic Store again?
I took a bullet, I died, I came back, and I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Here is another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal
Actually,
world
I
where
heard
you're
they were doing
Darren's
a
love
new
outcast
DLC
who has
for
to battle his inner demons,
Cyberpunk.
literally, in
Yeah.
this action
Actually,
roguelike.
yeah, it is
Here's
surprising
Intro
that they've announced a significant update as they drop the game on Switch 2. I mean, if this was
I think they've realized it's still very popular.
Yeah, but it would have been, I don't know, it would have been better off if they delayed the Switch 2 version so that they could actually get the update on the cartridge too. I mean, their entire shtick.
I mean, that's expecting a lot from a company.
I mean, their entire shtick was that the entire game was on the cartridge. Like, everything. And with it being one of the, like, free games that aren't first party that is using an actual card, not just doing the whole key card crap.
Maybe it's too much.
I don't know, it just feels so weird to basically, I don't know, take that, well, basically take that back the very same day they released it.
It won't always be so easy.
I mean, I want to say it looks like rubber hoses they took on polygons. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Look a little unwell.
Sure. Let's call it unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
So that's why they dropped development on the first game? For a Battle Royale?
And to complete the comeback, he's going to try. He shoots, he gets the kill. Now that's how you portal. They're not done yet. They got one, they got another. They're going to do it. They're going to see that. Oh my God, they did it. They actually did it. And you're standing on the edge, face up, 'cause you're in
I mean, you're gonna have to have some, like, insane accuracy to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, I don't have those reactions anymore.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
I mean, it looks kind of pretty.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a new Yakuza. Well, Like a Dragon, sorry. God, I really don't like the way they changed it to get Like a Dragon.
What is it gonna be? Like a Dragon Origins? predating all the rest of the series.
Now this looks a little too new. Ow!
Was there that much neon in 1943 Japan?
I mean... I don't know, I'm not a historian.
I don't feel like there should have been that much. Especially not, like, animated.
Got a name?
Very violent.
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
It's not even it's not even like a dragon game. Okay.
I mean,
you saw it at TGA last year as Project
come on,
Century
it's got to be in the world at least.
And now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943. And knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting.
Oh boy.
Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
I mean, Summer Game Fest is basically Game of Christmas.
Well, that looks like the FBI. He looks familiar.
Well, it is the FBI. Congratulations.
I'm keenly observant.
I mean, I want to say this might be Control 2 if we're at the FBI.
I mean, that would be...
Since...
I forget the agency, but it's not this
Yeah,
one.
the FBC. The Federal Bureau of Control.
Yes?
My office.
Coming.
Then again, didn't they have, like, something related to the FBI in Alan Wake 2?
Her. I really want to play as her. She seems so fun.
You got quite the impression of someone for, like, when there's, like, 5 seconds of, like, seeing her.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good
I mean, the way
technical
she sat in her chair,
Okay.
the way she stumbles around, I'm here for it.
We like an awkward character.
crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Kinky?
That's your takeaway from this?
I was gonna say something about bondage, but
the same, basically.
Stay close.
So I wonder about those bandages.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths,
That's
huh?
a big
We
crater.
need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
That's a very dead city. Oh, jeez.
Hey, I mentioned it earlier, didn't I? Oh shit, we gotta release it already? Oh, but then again,
He did say he got to see it last year.
Resident Evil Requiem.
but then again, we Resi 8 had a release date already, and so did the Resi 4 remake. But when they were announced.
A bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon, leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know. I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend you can watch, and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next, with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks to you for hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
We both sticking around for Day of the Devs?
Sure.
Yeah.
I need some more water then.
Yeah, they're intertwined anyway, so I'll have a part of the video too. Whoa, that's a change of music.
Yeah, let's turn that way down.
Yep.
Way down. All right.
Thanks, Jeffy boy.
I'll be back.
Alright, in that case, then I'm gonna go ahead and get that highlight so I can have it up on YouTube immediately. Oh wait, hang on. Let's see, never mind to that one.
Feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's leaving you feeling empty inside? If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer
You picked a bad time to go because we just went straight into the next show.
to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy.
Yeah, we went straight into Day of the Devs.
Great.
Yep. all agree.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Hello! I'm Sassia, Senior Level Designer and Artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, Senior Animator at No Goblin. We're excited to
Does that
show
mean
you
you can't be
Goblin's
you
new
can't work there if
upcoming
you're a
game,
goblin?
Snap and Grab.
I mean, maybe.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad
Sorry
you
about that.
asked.
Audio freaked out again.
It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
Why do I feel like this
As
is
Nifty
inspired
Nevada,
by
the world's
Where's
greatest
Carmen
photographer,
Sandiego?
You'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be
I mean,
seeing
it's for the
tonight?
inspiration. That is a giant drink.
With only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of
Seems
high-ticket
like the
items.
80s to me.
And anything that might help or hinder
That
your
you're
crew's
drinking from
chances of
coconuts
getting to
bigger
them.
than your head?
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
Go!
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very
Yes, it does ring a bell.
The devs game so early, in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, "Do they have to have a name?" You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not.
Wait, is it Untitled? Is it Untitled Cat Game?
Better served that these anthropomorphized ant duck wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Jeez.
Hello. Hello.
That's not Untitled Cat Game.
You know us because of our Goose Game, and we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big War.
The design of these characters is just not appealing to me.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking.
I mean, the mouths remind me of this one guy I know on VR chat who has a model where he mapped his mouth visemes to where his butt should be.
Or in a tunnel.
No thanks.
Or over a walkie-talkie. Hello. Or behind soundproof glass.
Believe me, it's as weird. It's as weird as you can get. I believe there's actually a video of it on YouTube somewhere. I'll have to DM it to you when I have the chance.
When you're out of earshot.
It's just so cursed.
And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we filled with all kinds of stuff.
From
To see it
personal
all, you'll need to go for a
experience,
big walk.
if you have to type things to get your point across,
Exploring as part of a group is a special
no
feeling.
one else wants
Our
to play
chat
with
system
you.
makes it important to stick together. So navigating the
just
world of Big
leave you
Walk requires
behind.
lots of teamwork and talking.
And ignore you.
As you
It's
explore,
what's
you can
happened
split
in
up and
every
go off on your own
game I've ever
adventures, or even
seen
lose each other accidentally.
with that.
When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding your way back together isn't always straightforward.
Uh-oh.
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare. Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are
Why
designed
did
so that you
that
find
look
funny
like a
and
whole
surprising
series
new
of
ways to talk.
dildos to me?
You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code.
I don't want to know.
So you want to find a speaker that's like...
I mean, come on. With the mouths
They're not
these
all
things
about
have,
talking, though.
it's very phallic.
There's a bit of platforming
very
in there,
phallic.
some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Wow.
Sorry.
What an ass.
We hope you enjoyed this little
What
tour
an
and got a sense of what we
what
think is so special
asshole.
about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do.
Yeah,
Thank you
right
for
up
watching.
until you steal
Goodbye.
their binoculars and kick them into the water, and then you're not friends anymore.
Trust issues, the video game. We have a new one, folks.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life.
Oh yeah, we saw this one during the State of Play.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava.
Yep.
I'm the
Sword-
creative
sword-
director of Giant
Sword
Squid,
of the Sand or
and
something like
I'm
that?
Very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea.
Something like that. Sea. Yes, sea. Because of course it's the sea.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword. And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see
Seems
the
how
whole
I've
mountain
never done
at
any
once,
of those.
and that lets you kind of
I
connect
cannot relate.
with the world in a deeper way.
I have no
I think
idea
that's what we're
either.
gonna do with the game. I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey,
Oh, I know him.
The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4
World
million players and counting.
exclusive?
A runaway hit, if there ever was one.
It doesn't ring the same.
You have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
World premiere. There we go.
Oh, it's a co-op game at least. Probably. Oh, it's an escape room game.
Yeah, I'll take my chances on being trapped, okay?
Hi,
Oh, okay.
I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy.
Because, you know, the Academy...
Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a
had to go back
living
to
and
school,
breathing campus that
obviously.
functions as one big escape room.
You did not truly
We
escape
felt
the
inspired
first
by
time.
games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and, most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance.
Of course there's puns.
Not the puns!
Puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on
That
Steam.
sounds so wrong.
We'll see you
I
when
mean,
you get
if they end up borrowing my brain,
School.
it'll probably end up giving back me, like, snapped in half.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape, from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape.
I mean, that's how it
Who
answered
cares?
too.
What's next? We're making a mixtape.
I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's theme. We're in Davido's too. Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about 3 friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents...
I mean, it makes you wonder the context about why it's their last day together.
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
Teenage
That's a
wasteland.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
I mean, Smashing Pumpkins was definitely something I was listening to in high school.
Hey, I mean, the appeal's definitely gonna be there for you then.
What are we doing? If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Yeah, that's not something you do.
Play it on
Okay?
Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to
Yes, we were there.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted. Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
Definitely not
People in
something
this world have a
I
sacred
want.
ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain.
I've done
Over
dynamic
time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit.
difficulty
By
systems
eating
before.
this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's
They
how
wear
it
me
was for
out
generations.
because it
That is,
constantly ramps
until
up
the one day
as I get better.
Sisto defiled the ritual.
And then
He
I
discovered
plateau.
that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. So Sisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sir Sisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of
Why
reality,
does it have to be
reach new
brains?
locations, and discover new
Why not?
mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to
Given
a
a
whole new
choice,
level as they
I'd really
craft
rather
gorgeous
forget
eerie
that
worlds for
we
you
have
to explore.
brains.
You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Oh, that is a cute robot!
No one cooks anymore.
That is a cute mech!
Food in tubes? Yuck.
I'm so hungry.
It's a cooking simulator. Totally.
It's a cooking simulator and Persona. Or Expedition 33.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dos of Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons,
Sure, it's spicy.
reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths.
I mean... I don't know.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation.
I mean, that is a nice looking food.
Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dos of Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
I mean, you can make it a genre.
Well, everything goes bad. And the mimic eats everyone.
And that's why you don't check every single little chest.
Should I ask what happened?
Simple. They all became food for that thing.
I mean, but what happened to his arm? And his eye? And somehow he's still there.
Maybe it's a Captain Hook crocodile situation. But instead of just losing a hand, the guy lost the entire arm.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or...
I mean, if you're having trouble with demons, you can always call upon the Doomslayer.
In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca
Well, that
and Rem will
explains
discover
her
what
legs.
Senzu's
I had
corporate
been
master was
wondering
like,
why her legs
and piece
looked like
together what
trees.
happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all
And-
very excited
and the whole
for you
horns
to play
thing.
Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlight
Nice.
shopkeeping gameplay, it's clean combat, and it's satisfying dungeon to market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Okay, I got to check out the original, and it actually is pretty cool.
First game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics.
I've seen it played, but I didn't play it myself.
And turn it into profit to
Fair enough.
By the way,
this
the
unique blend of
gameplay
gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're
it was
bringing
done
it
a
to a whole new
long
dimension
time
of
ago, like
variety and ambition.
15 years
Talking
ago,
about new
by
dimensions,
another
this
game.
entry begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town. Here,
Which
Will
I can't
finds
remember
himself
the name of.
stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone,
The art
though.
style was a bit
Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Hylia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran
Arrow
merchants,
in the
as you can
knee.
also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics.
I didn't quite see that. It was like kind of blink and you miss it.
Back home, will influence the outcome of your expeditions, unlike in the first game.
And I can't exactly rewind now, can I?
Although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's two bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials.
It's coming to all the things!
See you in Tresna.
Except the
Inspired by
Switch.
Pietro Riva's manifesto Rejector,
Oof.
Thomas feels driven to advance our
Unless your
medium
game
by
won't
creating
work on a
games for new
platform,
audiences
it's
and
usually a good
hopefully
idea to put
entice
it on
those who might not be usually
Hmm.
interested in playing a video game to take an interest.
You never know
And
what
Thomas
platform
Watersey,
you'll take
creator
off
of
on.
Please touch the artwork. This is Please watch the artwork.
World premiere!
Hi, welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My
Oh,
name is
please no.
Thomas Watersey.
Oh god,
and I'm
ASMR!
I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper, but this time you're not gonna be touching artworks, you're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Great. Great.
Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, MAMA. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good
That is
memory,
weird.
focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters.
Well, that's good for you then. That's good for you then.
Are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kinda harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
Yes, I'll keep it a secret.
This wonderful opportunity, and I really
Me
hope you like
and the
this bizarre
other
little thing I made.
15 or 20,000 people watching just on Twitch.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell,
and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
I mean, if you have like 20 guns on your person at all times, then I expect you to be able to deal some damage.
And unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the mutant
Just a touch.
the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music.
Oh dear.
This is that one, right?
Of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Oh, this is definitely not the one I was thinking of, but...
Which one was the one that you were thinking of then?
There's a game about, like, body horror, which has been in the last, like, 3 shows, maybe?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG and live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as
I mean, the first thing I noticed in the background was that Death Stranding PS5 or PS4 Pro.
Escape from all your problems, and finally it starts fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With her sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, And you can choose your
Great.
secondary gear to change how you fight, like a
Recruited by a
hook shot you
dead
just
guy.
crafted.
But
That's what
remember,
everyone
you
wants.
still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular life sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight,
I wanna
or
pet
when
the
you just
kitty.
need a break and see your
Pet the
friends.
kitty!
You will eventually start searching
Oh,
for
by
the
the way,
Neverway,
did
a
I
decaying
show you my
nightmarish
necklace
reality
that I
that
got?
is slowly leaking into your lives.
I
The
believe
Iron
so.
Man will
Or was it a
introduce
wristband?
post-apocalyptic world
Actually,
as you pay
I
out
believe it
your
was the
debt.
wristband that you showed me.
If this sounds like your kind of
Give me the
game, you
bracelet.
can wishlist Neverway on
Oh,
Steam and
bracelet.
to update your latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Tomato, tomato.
I should show you the
It's time for a world premiere. This
World
one is
premiere!
Iceberg called Nyamako. Their previous title,
I think
a
you'll
postmodern
appreciate it
platformer
if I can find
semblance,
it.
earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
World premiere.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
I so don't know what I'm looking at.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita.
Nor do I.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has
did
been
find
signed between the
the
West
necklace
and
that-
Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on
I tossed you
public
the pick on
display
Dick's
must be
sword.
returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plane guy?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been
Because of
sent
course
and
it
kept
was.
in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing.
Wow,
where they
this
can
is
learn more
quite
about
the
these
subject
artifacts,
matter for a
where they're
game.
from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan, and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
I'm quite liking the gameplay loop.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X
I mean,
and
if I
S.
were better at
You can
side
wishlist it now.
scrollers.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes
Patapon,
walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel.
Patapon.
Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor.
Kind of a
it's
sequel.
the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております小谷博樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
So we move from
私は現在サーフィンやランニング
Reclaiming African artifacts to Patapon.
ラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
Yeah,
ラタタン
totally.
はより
I
カラフルな
would
デザ
not
イ
be
ン
able
と
to do this
オン
game.
ラインマルチプレイモー
Not at
ド、
all.
ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
I am
そして
the suck
皆さんと一緒に育
at
て
rhythm
てき
games.
た
So,
ファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、
Oof.
コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか、可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですのでまだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたのでぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それではどうぞ。
Ah, that's a pretty necklace. Yeah, I just saw the message on Discord.
I do love my little kitty.
I want the soundtrack to this.
Yeah, the soundtrack is a banger.
Yes.
I don't want the game, I just want the soundtrack.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
This
Ah,
next game,
milk.
led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Other Side Entertainment. At Other Side,
am a
we
little
don't
bit
play it
curious.
safe. We take chances.
Just
we
a
tackle
little.
hard problems. And we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your friends have experienced before.
I believe-
The idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific.
Have we seen something like this
The team
before?
behind the game is so
Thick as Thieves?
that we wanted to show you more.
Like a previous
So
show?
if you want an early
this
pre-alpha
year.
sneak peek at Other Side's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
So we're trying to have all the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me, making, situations that are just so fun? Something that won't happen in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing players do.
You know that means that every player is just going to be a dick.
Or deceit,
A giant dick.
Yep. Because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment and then I can hear outside, it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected. And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? Thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right
I'm guessing this guy just likes to pick off the easy loot then after all is said and done. Yeah, make everyone else do the hard work.
Every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen. We've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
World premiere.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of
Hi,
a
Mario.
called Playables based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids, but now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests.
What?
Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful. But as you do all that, the charts start to get
This is weird!
They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on
That's so weird!
Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship
Food?
with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Man.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi.
Literally
I'm
right
Nick.
after this show, I need to do my evening
won
workout.
the Seamus McNally Game Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Food.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and
Task
not
seems
enough time
very
to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious mini-games.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter Cash on the street while walking
I'm sorry,
the dog.
yoga might kill you?
Is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable
There's
future?
not a boy of my
Can you fit
dreams.
just one more to-do
Can I have a
goal
girl
on
of my
your
dreams
plate?
instead?
Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find
And do
out
we get to
yourself
be,
when
like,
Consume
really
Me
good
comes to
friends
Steam
first?
on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed.
Okay,
If you're
I
looking for
really
small
want to check that out.
But very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
I like how he said it.
Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that
Never heard of it.
is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can describe. I ask you please not to play it.
He asked us not to play it. Okay, that's easy.
Hi.
Okay. But seriously, I've never heard of this game before.
And the studio director. It's been a pleasure
Yeah,
to
I
work
mean,
with Mortis
as far
Ghost
as
to bring Off to
tasks go,
fans old and new.
super
Off
simple.
has inspired many
Super
indie
simple.
RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
I mean, is it me or did they just add Toby Fox as a character in this?
I mean, it did seem that way.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
And now, a world premiere from a studio based in
World
Games
premiere.
6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know, and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Tire Boy?
You heard that right.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin.
I'm Thomas Tobin.
And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Oh God.
Tire Boy
Oh, what the fuck?
lush environments, solving environmental puzzles.
What the
and taking
fuck?
on heroic
No, thank
battles.
you. No, thank you.
All while helping
There's
locals
no
and uncovering his own past. Tire Boy may be the last of its kind. And with us as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Neswick, who doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel
Silly
more
premise!
and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the
I
world.
mean, the other
wanting to
word
make
for
the
that
player
is
feel
absurd.
small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like
I
everything
mean, the
around you is
fact that
impossibly big.
just the
And
fact that your character
Also,
Even
he's
though it
wielding
moves
a
fast, and it
fish
feels
as a
more
weapon.
satisfying to do so in a big.
I guess you could call it a swordfish.
Heartfelt and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now.
Oh
and
my
follow
God.
@TireBoyGame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
Sure.
And I'm Niklas, co-founders and
That's a name.
developers at Something We Made.
Yes! The name of all
Remember us,
time.
or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase. Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole
I do
chapter
sort of remember
afterwards,
that.
filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly.
Oh yes, the
today
it's
turns
the
into
it's the
something
photography
so dear to
game.
our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Start
Sorry,
in December.
half my brain is still
Beyond
frazzled
stuff to
from
show the
Tire
game
Boy.
for the first time. Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself. Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we
He's a
call a
worm.
camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Wow. I mean, how else do you use scissors?
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff. As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take. So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Toem 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game.
celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello.
I do want to check that out.
Are
It's
you
so
looking for a
cute.
way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography, all the different kinds of art that go into developing a game. They are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from
I know
all
this
the
is
best
completely
games of the year.
random,
Literally
but-
dozens and dozens of characters. A veritable Where's Waldo.
For some
of
reason,
every game
this
character
whole,
that you love.
like,
That
Day of the
print is
Devs,
limited edition and on sale at
my,
iMaker.com.
my eyebrows
All
have
the
been
proceeds
itching.
go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally.
Ah,
Nonprofits
okay.
Asking for your dough, but like it
I did
doesn't
have
just
my
mean giving
eyebrows
money.
done
It means you get
yesterday,
something in return
but-
too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
That might be the thing then.
To our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really
Probably,
helped make Day of the
probably.
Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce
But it wasn't
company
really
that aligns
bothering
with
me
our
until
mission to help
this, like,
developers
last
connect
hour.
directly with players and sell more games.
I don't know.
Control or
I blame it on the Day of the Devs.
Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsola Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsola for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor, but we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest, and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like
That's
to
sweet.
donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games. It means a lot to the developers. And thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games. And thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One.
Well, that was a nice
for
show.
show. And please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is
Oh,
a
it's the game.
never-before-heard new
It's
track
that
from
game where
Unbeatable.
music's illegal.
This is mostly a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, is starting right now. You can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
Photo sensitivity warning. Uh-oh.
Has your voice been truly locked away? Kept inside these worn out days we made? Or maybe this is another dream I'll soon forget. So I'll put it with the rest and wait for you instead.
Wait, I'm trying to remember if Unbeatable has come out yet, or if it's still being worked on. I believe it's still being worked on.
Don't ask me. I can swear I've seen gameplay like this before. But
Yeah, it did pop up in a show before. No, I want to say the Game Awards, since this was recently announced. Well, in comparison to other shows that have appeared before, anyway, like on previous previous shows, anyway.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out
Well,
Tapes.
I mean, we got our answer.
Which is when we started working on the game. As time the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new rendition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable
Yeah,
just
audio
went
broke
live
with
on
me again.
djshellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album,
Damn,
you get all of the
easy.
songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball
good
stuff
part.
from the demo.
We're probably
you can also
near
listen to
the
all
end
of that
Day of the Dead.
starting today.
Yeah, there was.
on the YouTube
Yeah, it was. It was down for like
for my calls to
5
action
seconds,
for
thankfully.
what else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like genuinely super. I'm not. We're not here without you. Like genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album. This, I can't really think of a good way to thank you because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my God, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Wow, that was a nice show.
True.
Yeah.
There is a Devolver event, but
I'm not
don't
interested in
think
that
I'm
one.
gonna cover
No, Devolver shows are basically just like the exaggerated takes on how most convention shows used to be. Before we basically went games, 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 a little bit of talking, games, games, games. Oh, and 10 minutes just to hit it because you meant the beginning of the Summer Game Fest. So yeah, I mean that's yeah, that's gonna be about what does it for me then. So, I believe the next show is tomorrow.
Yes, I think it's at noon EST. I'm not sure what it is.
Future Game Show, I believe. I need to find a spreadsheet though.
think Wholesome is the first one tomorrow, which is at noon EST, 9 a.m. PST.
Oh, Wholesome is the first one tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, then with that being said, for the people who are watching on YouTube, if you liked anything from the video, hit the like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow for all the things relating to Wholesome Direct, Women-Led Games, Future Game Show. I believe there was a fourth. I am so lost track of everything. Yeah.
There's several tomorrow. I think, like, in total, there's like 7.